He completed his initial naval training in both Sri Lanka and the United Kingdom. His career spanned a range of commands at every rank, culminating with his appointment by the President of Sri Lanka as the 21st Sri Lankan Chief of Navy. He now calls Australia home and is about to embark on a PhD study at Griffith University. Admiral Travis Sinniah, I invite you to present us with your keynote address.
Veterans, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. A grand old gentleman once said, "All great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word. Freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope, and many more." This was none other than Sir Winston Churchill. Let us add gratitude to this list today, as we are gathered here to remember those that set foot on the beaches of Anzac Cove 104 years ago, lest we forget. A rocky cove surrounded by slopes, perpendicular crags, thick prickly scrub, and where the high ground was held by the enemy. This went on to be Anzac's beachhead for nearly 8 months of the Gallipoli campaign. The Anzacs were commanded by General William Birdwood and comprised of the 1st Australian Imperial Force and the 1st New Zealand Expeditionary Force. However, a little known fact is that a small contingent from the then Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, joined up with the Anzacs in mid-1914 for desert warfare training. And 74 of these gentlemen were committed to the Gallipoli campaign. These men from Ceylon were part of the Ceylon Planters Rifle Corps, which had their headquarters in Kandy, and that is where I come from, my hometown. This small unit of Ceylonese riflemen fought on the beaches and slopes of Gallipoli as a part of the 1st Anzac Corps. They were fondly dubbed the tea leaves by their fellow soldiers and officers. They were sharpshooters and used by the Corps as snipers. General Birdwood went on to use this contingent as his personal escort and headquarters guard. Following the evacuation of Gallipoli, only 10 of the 74 survived and were offered commissions in the British Empire. For men-at-arms, no military operation other than an amphibious assault like that at Gallipoli breaks the stovepipes that exist between the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. This is an exercise that invariably brings all 3 arms of the military together, and success depends on their cohesiveness and confidence in each other. It is this synergy that makes amphibious operations so unique in warfare, and so in life too. The Dardanelles campaign is what military thinkers around the world have analyzed over the years so successfully to successfully execute modern-day over-the-horizon operations. Yet, despite the difficult nature of these operations, they have been used time and time again successfully, thanks to the lessons of Gallipoli. Sri Lanka, in its protracted conflict, also executed a large-scale amphibious landing in order to break the siege of Elephant Pass, where nearly 2,000 troops were trapped for over a month, and we did it. Since last year, the Sri Lankan veterans living in Brisbane have been invited to be a part of this parade in recognition of the contribution made by the Ceylon Planters Rifle Corps in the role they played during the Gallipoli campaign. And we have marched along with the Australian veterans on Anzac Day, and we have done so proudly. We thank you for that recognition and the opportunity. We hope that our next generation will continue our legacy and serve Australia in its defense. Yet, as we honor our heroes today, we see that our way of life, our very freedom, has come under attack all over the world by deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. These actions are intended to scare and shock our nations into chaos. Nevertheless, terrorists will fail because nations and their people are strong and resilient to acts of terror. Further, our defense forces, who serve day and night to protect and defend its citizens, will continue to serve nations in the true warrior spirit. We are gathered here to remember and thank those who served and those who continue to serve in the profession of arms. We are congregated here to exhibit our gratitude and transmit our strength and support to them. Gratitude is what defines the human soul. So with respect, honor, and gratitude, we thank you for your service.
The Kenmore State High School Band and Choir will now lead us in the hymn, Abide With Me. The words of this hymn are on the service program.